Mornings are lovely, listeners. We've all been charmed by them before. We relish the taste of morning breath on our partner's tongues. We relish the disheveled dry hair. We relish the sweet, comforting pull of the bed, even as we know we can never give in. We relish the disappointment of not being able to fall into the arms of the void, the unthinking, unchanging reality of just lying there, eyes closed. We relish the suffering of everyday life. The law says so, right here, in the 80th Amendment from the mayor's self-appointed office. Relish the morning. Relish the suffering. We have great news for you this week, subscribers. Religion has just been invented. It happened a few days, or weeks, or months ago. Maybe I missed it during my coffee break. But nonetheless, it exists now. We now have a purpose. That's as meaningless and empty as not having a purpose. That makes us happy. We are all free men, bound only by our blind subservience to a perceived force that directs what is wrong and what is right. We are happy. We know this as an empirical fact. All of us are happy. Beyond a doubt, every single one of us. We know this because of the cries of joy, of mirth, of laughter interspersing with the gasping made by the drowning unhappy ones. Everyone alive is happy, and this is known. Continuing this news, listeners, the party of 4 guarding the perfect, resplendent male newcomer have just reported that he's finally awake. They said he opened his eyes and a magnificent light poured out of them, filling them all with his divinity. Then he raised his Greek god arms, and with a voice that described, as thick as honey, sounding like it glided softly from 2 boulders grating against each other in a voluminous cavernous cave, he asked them to follow. Listeners, it's my duty to inform you that listening blindly to perfectly endowed, sculpted, handsome figures that pretend to be God-sent and dictatorial is completely alright. In fact, is encouraged, and an annual stipend is paid to any citizens willing to sacrifice their lives for a purpose not entirely their own. Good news, listeners. It turns out the other mucus-covered entity, the plain, ugly, and utterly uninteresting girl, was actually a tree all along. Witness of the event claim that her skin peeled off like a petal, unraveling delicately, unfurling until the seed that was in place of her heart burst open, crawling through the roots in place of ribs, and instantly growing hundreds upon hundreds of leaves, branches, and flowers, sprawling across the sky like a leafy carpet being spread. It was spectacular, said a representative from the mayor's office, still breathless. In fact, that only makes it more difficult to prove its non-existence, he continued. He went on to tell me he isn't supposed to be telling me so much, and melted into the ground, all eye socket revealing face melt and bone disintegration, gooey glop of skin tissues and plasma. Damn it, those people at the office and their perfectly timed dramatic exits. And now, a special treat for you, listeners, a one-on-one live interview with Stuart himself, who's just walked into the office and is tapping on my studio door. His frantic pointing and desperate eyes make me think he wants to read from it. Of course, Stuart. Who doesn't love a good bit of fiction to start their day? Over to Stuart. Beads pierced through and strung up together, narrow down into the image and sharpen the dagger of the mind. Doggy bark. Bark, doggy. Contextual clusterfuck of intentions beads put up one by one.